You're watching the SCAC Women's Basketball Media Days. It's day 3, and it's time to take a look at the Johnson & Wales University of Denver women's basketball program. Of course, the Wildcats will be led going into the season by head coach Bob Kintzel, along with junior guard Salma Oros. The Wildcats coming off a 5-17 season a year ago. Let's welcome in head coach Bob Kintzel and junior guard Salma Oros. Bob, Salma, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Coach, I'll start with you heading into your third year. Does it feel a little bit like a restart joining the SCAC? Has there been an excitement, and what has kind of been the message in camp to lay the foundation for a good season heading into this year?
Excitement is a kind of understatement. We're thrilled to be in the SCAC and actually kind of a true conference. You know, we were kind of independent prior to that, and we played anybody and whoever we could find, and travel was hectic to say the least. So we're looking forward to it. Develop some rivals and get to know the other programs, the other players, and compete. Compete as well as we can at this level.
Salma, with respect to the work required in preseason camp, what's your favorite part about this time of the year, and what's been your mindset as an upperclassman leader with this program early on in the season?
Well, I've been really excited since even spring of last season, so I'm very excited to be back on practicing and just, working hard. And we do have a group of girls who are willing to work hard and come to every day and are pushing one another. So I'm really excited about that. And we're very young, so it's like another developing program, but which is fine. So I'm excited for that too.
Coach, you've been busy on the recruiting trail. You bring in a big class of freshmen. 7 women join this team. Freshmen bring a certain level of energy. What are the challenges that provides you as a head coach, and what have you seen early on from this group of freshmen that excites you going into the year?
They are, this group, like I said, 2/3 of our roster are freshmen, and the good thing is they're all kind of hungry to learn, which has been a good thing. So, we are going to lack some size, but this might be one of the best top to bottom shooting teams I've ever had, at any level. So that's excitement. They're picking up things really quick, so, and then we're also learning kind of how to handle or compromise, with the lack of size we do have. So things are going well. We're progressing. We're getting better every day. Like I said, they're all very, very coachable.
Salma, for you, a season ago, you started all 22 games last year, averaged 3.7 points, 3 rebounds, 1.7 assists per contest. What have you worked on throughout the course of the offseason this summer to continue to grow your game on the floor as a basketball player?
I've definitely been working on my shooting and confidence. I've always lacked confidence, but I think this year I have a definitely higher opportunity to do that and just provide for my team much more than what I did for the past 2 years at least. And just being that hand for my freshmen in case they need something on and off the court, which is another value I have for them. So.
Again, you're watching the SCAC Women's Basketball Media Days. It's day 3, and we're taking a look at the Johnson & Wales University of Denver women's basketball program. We're joined by head coach Bob Kintzel, along with junior guard Salma Oros. And Salma, I'll stick with you. Coach talked about, a season ago being, having to play anybody, anywhere, anytime, wherever. You did get a chance to play 4 games against SCAC opponents, 3 different teams. You picked up a win, so you start to begin to build that familiarity with the other teams. How excited are you to come into the SCAC, and what did you learn in those few games against SCAC opponents that gives you confidence heading into the year?
It's very exciting because now we're actually in a conference, so the competition is a bar where we can actually really compete and not so much put ourselves down with it. So now we're actually as my senior now and myself knowing where the level's at and pushing our freshmen till this day for that, preparing for it. I think we're getting there, and I'm very excited because competition, I'm very competitive and I love to just be pesty on the court and off. So I'm very excited, and playing against some of the conference teams last year really gave us an open door to that. So, yeah.
Coach, you spoke about, the excitement you have as far as this team and their ability to shoot, feeling like the roster, up and down is as good as you've ever had, especially there at Johnson and Wales. How do you take that talent and sort of build on that and improve from that, from a season ago where you averaged 52.6 points per game?
Yeah, like I said, this year, I think we have so many more scoring options. I'm kind of limited last year. So I think we were going to be able to spread the ball around so much better. We had a young lady that led us with maybe like 16, 17 points. I don't know if we'll have somebody that'll average that this year, but I can also foresee we'll have maybe 3 or 4 people around that double digit, anywhere from 8 to 12 points. So, and that's what I prefer anyway. I don't care really to have a dominant score. I like to have a balanced attack, so I think it's a little hard to defend as far as that goes. So we're really looking forward to it. And like I said, this group so far has been a very unselfish group. So I don't think that's going to be an issue. And, one thing I always tell them is that I don't care who scores as long as somebody scores. So, and I don't think that'll be an issue this year. And I look for us to build on that scoring average over last year.
And Salma, wrapping things up with you, as you look ahead to this 2018-19 year, what are some of the goals for this Wildcat women's basketball team? What are your expectations heading into your first year in the SCAC?
Definitely want to get some wins under our belt, so that's one goal. Also, just expecting to have a bumpy road, not so much on the court, but just with my freshmen, just learning the experience of just college basketball coming from high school, and just being that open person for them and just kind of letting them know it's okay. And then on the court, I just want to be able to have each other's back and trust each other on the court, and just we win as a team, we lose as a team, just hold each other accountable. So.
And finally, Coach, wrapping things up with you for all the fans and people that support this women's basketball team that will come out to watch this group throughout the course of the season. What can they really count on? What do you hope really become characteristics and DNA of this team that, regardless of the result, win or loss, each night when people that come to support your team will really be able to bank on and can expect to see with this team?
So the one thing I stress a lot is you got to play hard and you got to compete, and that's more than anything is whatever the results are at the end of the day. If we gave it our best, we played as hard as we could, and we competed, that's all I can ask, okay? Because some nights are going to have off-night shootings, some better than others, but the one thing, every time you step on that floor, we're going to compete, and we're going to give everybody everything we have, and hopefully, on occasion, it's going to be enough.
Johnson Wales University Denver women's basketball program. Again, the Wildcats will head into the season under head coach Bob Kintzel along with junior guard Salma Oros. The Wildcats open up the year Friday, November 9th against Mississippi University for women there at home. Coach Salma, thanks so much for your time and best of luck as you head into the 2018-19 year.
Thank you.